Welcome to the Shadowed Hearth, a place where calm voices meet chilling tales, where every whisper, every echo, and every forgotten place has a tale to tell. The following account is compiled from staff records, incident reports, and first-hand testimony associated with Ridge Home State Hospital in Colorado. Some details have been lost to time. Others were never officially documented. What remains is incomplete and troubling. Ridge Home State Hospital opened in the early 20th century, serving patients deemed unstable, unfit, or simply unwanted. By the 1940s, overcrowding and understaffing had become routine. Night shift reports were often brief, inconsistent, sometimes missing entirely. But one room appears repeatedly across decades of records. Room 312. Staff logs describe unexplained call light activations, sudden drops in temperature, and recurring complaints of a woman's voice after hours. No patient was officially assigned to the room after 1943, yet the reports continued. Security personnel, maintenance workers, investigators, all noted the same detail: a presence standing in the far corner of the room, watching. This case file does not attempt to explain what occupies room 312. It only documents what was observed and what was heard. Listener discretion is advised.
There is a room at Ridge Home State Hospital that staff refuse to enter alone. They don't lock it. They don't board it up. They simply leave it empty. They call it Room 312.
Ridge Home State Hospital sits high above the valley, where the wind never quite rests. The building was opened in the early 1900s, intended as a place of care. But time has a way of changing intentions. Long corridors stretch like veins through the structure. Paint peels, light flickers, and at night, the walls seem to listen. Most former staff will tell you the same thing. The hospital never truly sleeps, especially the third floor. Room 312 sits at the far end of the hall, where the air feels heavier. The door is plain, no warning sign, no patient name. But nurses learned quickly not to linger there. The temperature drops without explanation. Equipment malfunctions, voices carry strangely, and sometimes someone cries. Not loudly, just enough to notice. Records say the woman in room 312 was admitted in 1934. Her name has been partially lost to time. Some files list her as Eleanor. Others simply say female, age unknown. She arrived alone. No family visits, no letters. Staff notes describe her as quiet, polite. She never raised her voice, but she refused to sleep at night. When asked why, she would look toward the corner of her room and whisper, "He stands there when it's dark." In 1941, a night nurse documented something unusual. At exactly 3:12 a.m., the call light in room 312 activated. She found the bed empty, sheets tucked neatly as if no one had been there at all. But the nurse reported feeling watched. As she turned to leave, she heard a woman's voice behind her. Soft, close. "Please, don't turn off the light." The nurse quit the following morning. The last entry associated with room 312 is dated December 19th, 1943. It reads, "Patient was calm this evening, asked to be left alone, stated she would not be leaving the room again." No discharge record exists. No burial record. Only the room, waiting. Ridge Home eventually closed its psychiatric wing. Room 312 was sealed. But even after the hospital emptied, people continued to report activity. Security cameras showed motion in the hallway, doors opening on their own, cold spots that followed no pattern. One investigator claimed his recorder captured a woman whispering, "I'm still here." Another heard something different. Footsteps pacing, stopping, turning, as if someone was standing just behind him. Those who enter room 312 today report the same sensation. A presence in the corner, a pressure behind the eyes, and the overwhelming feeling that if you turn your back, someone will be standing there. Not hostile, not angry, just watching, waiting for the light to stay on. If you ever find yourself walking the halls of an old hospital and you pass a room that feels colder than the rest, don't ignore it. And if you hear a woman whisper from the dark, asking you not to turn out the light, you might already be standing outside room 312. Sleep softly. And remember, not every patient ever left. This concludes the available documentation regarding room 312 at Ridge Home State Hospital. No official explanation was ever recorded for the reported activity. No patient remains assigned to the room, and no determination has been made as to the source of the voice described by staff and investigators. Room 312 remains structurally intact, unoccupied, unlocked. The hospital maintains there is no ongoing risk. However, internal memos continue to recommend that room 312 not be entered alone. This case file will remain open pending further review. File status: unresolved. If you enjoyed tonight's story, don't forget to leave a light on your way out and a like before you go. Subscribe to the Shadowed Hearth for more whispers from haunted places, lost souls, and the echoes that never fade. Until next time, sleep softly. And if you hear a sound in the dark, it's probably nothing.